Good evening, PBE land. Who's ready for some baseball? Who's ready for specifically playoff baseball? As I am not alone. In fact, I'm very honored because I think Benny, correct me if I'm wrong. I think it's the first time that we're actually on the same stream.
Ever? Yeah, I think so.
So we're gonna. If you hear screaming in the background, it's probably because depending on how long the stream goes, Benny's going to be watching the Packers game.
Yes,
So,
if Micah Parsons gets a sack, I will be muted up. If the Packers score a touchdown, you may hear me screaming before I mute. So just be aware. If I'm screaming, there's nothing wrong. It just means the Packers are doing well.
and yet you didn't bring us any cheese for the snack table. Who do I need to talk to improve the snack table in this booth?
That's a KP problem. That's above my pay grade.
Good answer. Good answer. And we already have a prediction. Oh my god. Okay, there. Okay, reading is hard. Can the East Coast or the Young Guns steal one on the road in the first two games? So you have four options. Either East Coast wins a road game, Young Guns win a road game, neither or both. That's a great prediction. Don't get me wrong. That's just you do KP. You do realize it's like after 5 o'clock here in Central Time Zone. So it's a little our
Yeah, I've got
brains
a
aren't ready for that. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. um.
I've got channel points if anyone wants to spin a wheel.
Oh man, the legendary wheel. Um. Real quick, just get some housekeeping out of the way. We will not be watching every game. It's going to be just like in regular PB playoff format. We'll only be watching clinching games. So we could be watching as little as two games, or for those keeping score at home, the maximum is six. So this might be a short stream or about average. No matter what, though, we will be watching all seven games on, or up to seven games with the entirety of the championship. Six because it's best of five, which
Yep,
is why I put it, up there on the top. So if
yep.
both teams go 2-0, or if a team goes 2-0, then that would mean reverse sweep would be three each. So thus six. Thankfully, I'm awake enough to somewhat math because that's a little bit of math. But with that being said, let's let's find some stuff out so that everybody's on an off day. I'm assuming. Let me just triple check real quick. Tomorrow, tomorrow. Okay, good. And also, for those who are used to watching regular PBE streams for playoffs, there are no stam checks. There's no live GMing. It's whatever we had at the beginning, and we just go. So I beat RC to that because I know RC was going to eventually ask that. And unfortunately, the Ranas aren't on here, so I can't even stam check the Ranas. We're gonna go top to bottom. First game, East and Central. And the Central, wow. Most of the offense in the first four innings. It was, let's see, math. 8-4 after the fourth inning, 8-5 after the fifth. But the Central will win 10-6 over the East. EVC, Enrique Von Caliente, 4 for 5, 2 RBIs. Bass Reeves, 2 for 5 with runs scored. Looks like Goldberg and Walker both hitting home runs for the East. On the Central, Jimmy Arenado, 3 for 5, a triple shy of the cycle. 4 RBIs, 2 runs scored. Gerrymander, 1 for 1, 2 walks, 3 runs scored. Commander Warsmoke, 2 for 3, 2 RBIs. Pee Wee Reese, 2 for 4, 2 runs scored. For the pitching, Dash Jackson will take the loss. Joe Random will get the win in relief for the Central. Player of the game, Jimmy Arenado.
A rough start for Bowers player. Nice, lovely 10.36 ERA.
Still got the win. That's what matters.
Yeah. You want me to take us through the next one?
No, I can go through all the box scores, and then if you want to just sit,
Oh, perfect.
whatever game we're starting off with, you can take the first half.
Yeah, it's fine.
And we got shutout. Vets
Wow.
winning 8-0. A combined seven hitter between Joe Kelly, the winning pitcher, and Brian Eshelman Jr. For offense, Hurricane 2 for 3. Hits for Palindrome, Hawkins, Bon Pensiero, Dog Maple, who was the hero on Tuesday night to get the Young Guns advanced. And then Jackson Love 1 for 4. On the vets, Ashley Joanna Williams 2 for 3, 2 walks, 2 runs scored. Ted Jonalis with a 3-run home run, 1 for 4 with an additional run scored. Alaskan Bullworm 2 for 4, 3 RBIs and a run. Nash DeVille 3 for 4, 2 RBIs and a run scored. All three of those players having a home run in this game. Joe Kelly will take the win. Chuck Nasty the loss. Joe Kelly is your player of the game. So both Central and Vets win their first game. In fact, let me get this to where I can. Where is it? So because I'm gonna forget eventually. Our little tracker on the top. There we go. I didn't remember who had home field for who, so it was maybe a little bit out of order on the top. But really, what matters most is the numbers. KP. All right. No, never mind. It's already closed. I was about to be like, when did you want to close it?
Never.
All right. Game 2. Again, we're gonna start top to bottom, East and Central, and the Central will win 9-2. So we know East Coast wins road game will not be the correct option. We still have three other options, or that and both. So it's either going to be Young Guns win road game or neither. Those are the only two options
Mm-hmm.
left after this game, or after we send the next game. Bass Reeves 2 for 3 with a walk for the East Coast. Brooks Walker and EVC both hitting home runs. That was the 2 runs scored for the Minutemen. On Central, Danny Berger's 3 for 4 RBI, 2 runs scored, had 2 doubles. Gerrymander and War Smoke both with home runs. Gerrymander was a 2-run home run. Colby Kaufman will take the win. Mike, I don't know everybody's names. Mike Boss III will take the loss. Colby Kaufman is your player of the game. Go ahead and save. So we know at least Central and East. That's going to be one that we will start to watch. We'll see what happens here for Young Guns and Vets. In their game 2, Young Guns down 1-0 in the series. And they will tie it up. So
Wow.
Young Guns win a road game is the winning prediction. And thankfully, somebody put points on that. So, KP's slush fund of Twitch points will not expand. Somebody will actually get Twitch points. 4-3 the win for the Young Guns. Bon Pensiero 2 for 4 RBI and a run scored. Abe Ghosty 2 for 3 with a run scored. Meanwhile, shout out to KP for making the predictions tonight. Automatically means that we'll be watching East Coast and Central, as that is the first clinching opportunity, just to give you a heads up. For the Team Vets, lost my train of thought there. Don't mind me. Nashville 2 for 4 with a solo home run, RBIs from Ashley Joanna Williams and Tyler Deathrage. Robo Dibble will get the blown save win. Flop quads a save. Ichabod Cranepool takes the loss. Taylor Adkins, despite the no decision, is player of the game. And sorry, chat, that means there's no maximum amount of games. We do have the travel day. And that takes us to the day that we are supposed to be on. And thankfully, it's actually, well, I'd imagine I can actually quick sim this one real quick, even though it's at
Yeah, just get out of the
8:05,
way.
just to kind of. I did do a safety save, so do another safety save. Vets in the Young
That's a good
Guns.
idea.
We will, just to give you all time to get your predictions in, will Central sweep? That is your prediction, yes or no? Will Central sweep? While y'all do your predictions on that, we will at least see what happens with Vets and Young Guns. And the Vets will go up 2-1. A run in the eighth, two in the ninth. They win 4-2. For the Vets, Ashley Joanna Williams, 3 for 4, 2 RBIs, and a walk. Ted Johnless, 2 for 3 RBI and a walk. For the Young Guns, this is where I don't remember all the names. Curtis Jones, 2 for 4 RBI and a run. Abe Ghosty, 2 for 4 with runs scored as well. Ichabod Cranepool this time will get the win. Michael Dion II will take the loss. Artemis Aria, despite the no decision, will be your player of the game. All right. Yes, there will be baseball on the screen. There will be baseball. And in before somebody asks, so Calvin Ball will be pitching for Central. Brigham Irons for the East Coast Minutemen. OOTP in the head-to-head has East Coast in favor on the pitching head-to-head for those who cared to know. Yeah, wow. I guess yes would be the value bet, wouldn't it? Looking at the Twitch predictions there.
Yeah, I would say so.
I
Come get
mean,
some of that KP money.
I'll try to even it up a little bit. I'll vote. I'll vote. I have 1,600 points. I'll put it on yes.
Isn't that some kind of like illegal thing? If you're running the stream and then also voting on predictions?
Well, I can't control the
Isn't it?
outcome.
Yeah, I mean, true. But I mean, we could always just, cut the stream and do a little bit of video editing.
Well, oh my! I think it's absolutely hilarious that you think I'm tech savvy enough to be able to even know how to do such a thing, especially in what 2 minutes. Like my power went
Here's a
out. I'm sorry. I'll be right back.
friends. The head office does not condone tampering with the sim file. Please and
Meanwhile, I
thank you.
forgot to see. I said I was gonna do it already. I already forgot to update the top. Hold on. Let's see. Oh no, not three. No, no, not three. Typo. This is what I get for using 10 key. There we go. That's better. So Vets up 2-1 in their series. This series, Central up 2-0. I don't know. There's a slush fund of Twitch points somewhere whenever the house wins. So I don't know. Is that legal? And since you're here, when are we going to get upgraded here in the booth? I've been talking about it for
Yeah,
12
we need to
seasons.
embezzle some of those Twitch points to upgrade our booth here.
I mean, some people, like Don Marcus has a stash of cheer wine here. There's apparently some Dr. Pepper. I don't remember whose Dr. Pepper it is, but it seems like every time I'm in the booth, like the best I've gotten was a orange. And it's not
Mm,
even like a regular size orange, like one of those little tiny mandarin oranges.
that's
So,
tough. Like one of the
like,
cuties.
I mean, at least when I have a partner for Prospect League, like at one time Chadwick brought not non-alcoholic mimosa flavored boost. So at least we had
That's a
something to
choice.
drink.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm letting everyone down today.
Yeah, you're supposed to bring a cheese board.
Yeah, like a nice charcuterie, like a nice hardwood board with a thin sliced cheese on it. Some like 13-year aged cheddar would be real good.
Or you could have brought us even though it's like 2 weeks old, could have brought us some of those free burgers.
George Webb's. Stick a couple in the freezer.
Even though the Brewers have not done good since that's happened.
Hey, we'll turn it around. It's fine.
Y'all still
I
have the
have no
best record
worries.
in the NL by like 4 or 5 games anyway. So
Yeah, it's I can't be upset as long as we're good in the postseason for once, and we don't just like bomb out in the divisional series.
Sorry to any Dodgers fans watching, because I'm going to say this. At least it's not the Dodgers.
True, true. You
In
mean
fact, the
we
Dodgers
don't
don't even
have
have
like
the
a
second
half
best record.
$1 billion in deferred money, and we don't have the best record in baseball?
You know, it's. I'm happy you brought that up. So who do I need to talk to bring deferred money to PBE? Get a little controversy in here. PB style. I would like to sign a 10-year, $500 million contract, and but I only pay myself $5 million, and then we can have, instead of Bobby Bonilla Day, we'll have Pass Day for the rest of our lives. Be
I
forever
wonder if you could do it as a
memorialized.
signing bonus. Like, what if I signed myself to like a $500 million contract, but like 490 of that was like a signing bonus? What
Oh,
do you think they do?
we have broken the PBE bank. Um, give y'all like
Game breaking glitches.
yeah, give y'all like 30 seconds to get your last predictions in. Will Central sweep? Central going for the sweep, and then in before somebody asks, because I know it's blocked on the bottom. Calvin Ball pitching for Central. Brigham Irons pitching for East. OTP head to head, or not in OSA has East favored in the pitching matchup. For those who care about that part, what I find interesting is that the side by side has it basically split down the middle, 5-5. Although that is based on the lineup order. Hold on, let me switch that to by position. Actually, it has East 6-4 when you do it
Which
by
is still a fairly
position.
even split.
Well, Central's the heavy favorite entering into this whole thing, so it's kind of interesting to see that at least it's not just a clean all Central. Think we're good to close the prediction. I love how we're going to play in 31-degree weather and that we're playing in Indianapolis. Hopefully somebody picked up on that reference I just made. Wind blowing in from right at 9. And I'm going to shut up because Benny gets to cover the first half.
I'm
You're
not getting
welcome.
paid
See,
enough for
somebody
this.
caught my joke.
Well, anyway,
BNN's
we're
always
gonna
off,
have
thankfully.
Gerrymander. Yep, Gerrymander leading off with a 4-pitch walk. That's kind of a tough start for Brigham. Jimmy Arenado is going to watch as Gerrymander gets thrown out trying to take second. Then Jimmy Arenado is going to pop out to the second baseman. And finally, you have Kerry Kelly grounding out to first base. So, even with the leadoff walk, runner gets thrown out, nothing doing for the Central Flyovers in the top of the first. Leading off for them, though, for the East Coast Minutemen, we're going to have Caden Trantow, who pops out to second. You have a full count blooper that's going to get caught by the second baseman. And JC Tomlin is going to hit that one off the top of the wall. It will be a sliding double for the right fielder for East Coast. You have a 2-out walk for Enrique Van Caliente. And Brooks Walker is going to put that one in play past the second baseman. This is going to score the first run of the game. Tomlin comes around from second. Bass Reeves is, however, going to strike out, so that will end the inning. Calvin Ball gives up 1 earned in the bottom of the first. Brigham Irons back on the mound. He gets a ground out to first base. Daniel Plainview is going to get that one down. That's the first hit of the game for Central Flyovers. It is a single down the left field line. After that, Udo Bonga is going to fly out to left field. With 2 outs and 2 strikes, Commander Warsmoke's going to strike out looking. Nice pitch there by AW's player. We go to the bottom of the second. East Coast has bottom of the order due up, with Woofington flying out to the deepest part of center. Rishkesh is going to hit that one also to the deepest part of center for out number 2. And Manny Alou draws the full count walk. A lot of pitches there. He goes to second, and you'll be right in there. Just no problem. Then we have rolls over for Trantow, and he grounds out to first base. So we go to the third, still 1-0. Chef Gagne leading off with the 4-pitch walk. So that's the second 4-pitch walk of the game so far. This Pee Wee Reese is going to check his swing and strike out later in that at-bat. Dreamander is going to hit that one into a single play, the single play special. And we have a full count walk for Jimmy Arenado. So 2 men on, 2 men out for Kerry Kelly, who strikes out swinging. Nice job by Brigham Irons to strand a couple runners there. We'll go to the bottom of the third. 2-3-4 due up for East Coast as Stephen Strange strikes out swinging. J.C. Tomlin's going to strike out swinging. Nice job by Calvin Ball to settle in after giving up an early run. And after that, we have Enrique Von Caliente grounding out to the shortstop. So nothing doing in the bottom of the third. We'll go to the fourth. 4-5-6 for Central. We have a ground out by Danny Burgers. We have a line drive single that goes into the corner. It's going to end up being a double for Daniel Plainview. 1 man out, man in scoring position. Udo Bonga strikes out looking on 4 pitches. That's tough. And we have a base hit into left field by Commander Warsmoke. That's going to plate a run, so Central is going to tie this one up on the RBI by Commander Warsmoke. Chef Gagne puts it in play, but it's right to the second baseman. And that is our third out. So nonetheless, the game's tied up, going to the bottom of the fourth. Now we have Brooks Walker. It's going to ground that one out. Bass Reeves is going to bloop that one over the first baseman into right field. So he's on first with 1 out. He steals second and is in there. He's safe. Tedford Woofington grounds out to the second baseman. Bass Reeves slides to third, and we have a grounder past the third baseman. That will plate Bass Reeves. So East Coast, trying to stave off elimination, takes a 2-1 lead. Manny Alou is going to hit a single. That's going to go ahead and plate Rishkath. And so now we have a 3-1 lead for the East Coast Minutemen. Pass ball allows Alou to go to second. Trantow's going to hit that one deep. That is going to be way out of there, down the right field line. 354 feet. This game's blown wide open. It is 5-1. So a statement inning from the East Coast. Put up 4 in the fourth. Now leading by that score. Strange is going to ground out. That will end the inning. Damage is done, though. Calvin Ball chased from the game. We'll see if that makes a bigger deal later on in this series with stamina and everything. Brigham Irons still pitching into the fifth here. He strikes out Reese. Jerry Manders strikes out as well. So nice job with the pitch count management. It's at 76 pitches. And Jimmy Arenado is going to ground out to the shortstop. So pretty clean fifth inning there for the East Coast Minutemen. These Central Flyovers trying to find some answers, but first they've got to stop the East Coast from continuing to score.
As that's going to be a fly out to center field by Tomlin, and EVC with a base hit. Kind of interesting that the left fielder just was stunned, so stunned by it that it was just standing there. And safe at second base, stolen base. As Walker lines at the short, they're going to double him up at second base. Was wandering a little too far off the bag. You don't see that double play very often. And already we're off to the top of the sixth as Kerry Kelly will draw the leadoff walk. Still enough time for Central to possibly come back. There's the bunt by Burgers. That's a spicy... I would want Danny Burgers trying to hit the baseball as hard as he can rather than bunt, but what do I know? Is Bonga, that's going to get away. Second and third. That's down the line of fair ball. 1 runs around. Second runner is going to score a 2 RBI double for Udo Bonga, and now it's a 5-3 game. Warsmoke will be walked for Gagne. New pitcher Alfonso Bonzo strikes out Gagne. as Reese will also strike out.
Wow.
Flyovers could have taken the lead there, but they at least cut the deficit in half. It's 5-3 as we go to the bottom of the inning. Bass Reeves base hit down the right field line. It's a long single. Bunt by Woofington Jr. will move the runner. And now we'll go to Hrishikesh. Fly ball left field and cough route number 2. Brings up the DH Alou, popped up in the infield and caught by the third baseman. Still a 5-3 game off to the 7th. Minutemen trying to stay alive. Flyovers trying to pull off the sweep. New pitcher Max Velo face top of the order. Gerrymander strikes out. Next up will be Jimmy Arenado. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 outs in the inning. Now for Kerry Kelly. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Max Velo strikes out the side. And at the stretch, it is a 5-3 East lead as Trantow leads off the bottom of the 7th with a pop-up near center field, out number 1. Strange will take the walk. That'll bring up J.C. Tomlin. New pitcher Andy Beans for Central. And that's a base hit to center field. Tomlin will hold at second. First and second, 1 out for EVC. Ground ball, there's one. Double play! 4-6-3 twin killing. And it's still a 2-run East lead going to the top of the 8th. Heart of the order, Burgers struck out looking. 4 strikeouts in a row now for Max Velo. Next up, Plainview. That is cranked. And that is gone. Dinger time for Daniel Plainview. And all of a sudden, it's only a 1-run lead. 5-4 East in the top of the 8th. Next up, Pierre Phillip. That's to left field playable. Caught for out number 2. Now Commander Warsmoke. That's hits deep center, and this game is tied.
Wow.
Commander Warsmoke. That was a fastball up and in at 100 and got enough of it to dead center. As Gagne will strike out, they did do a pitching change. Chicken Nudes came in for the East Coast. If it does go to extras, I can just keep going, by the way. You know, not to foreshadow. As Brooks Walker, fly ball center field, caught for out number 1. Next up would be Bass Reeves. That's going to be a base hit up the middle. So runner on, 1 out for Woofington Jr. Runner going, runner is safe. Runner in scoring position, 1 out. Swing and a miss, strike 3, 2 down. Now Hrishikesh, that is lined. That's a base hit over the right fielder's head in the East. Retake the lead. RBI double for Hrishikesh. And they will walk Alou. Next up will be Trantow. And that's a base hit. Runner's going to round third. Throw to the plate is not in time. It's 7-5. Next up will be Strange. Ground ball to short. They'll get the force at second. And now Central, 3 outs. They have 3 outs to tie the game, 2 to tie, 3 to take the lead and force a bottom of the 9th. Pee-wee Reese to lead off against Chicken Nude. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 1 out, go to the top of the order, Gerrymander. That is going to be caught on the line, down to their final out, Arenado. Fly ball center field, and that is caught. There will be no sweep. East stay alive. 7-5, late offense coming into play there. Chicken Nudes will take the win. Andy Beans the loss. Daniel Plainview will be your player of the game. So both series after this day are 2-1. Will we see a no-hitter today? Like we did on Tuesday? Since we just watched Central and East, we will do Vets and the Young Guns first.
All right.
And I will triple check to make sure BNN's off. It should be. I have it defaulted to off, and it's off. Okay, good. So just to give
Well,
KP a moment to make a prediction. Sorry, you're about to say.
I was gonna say, well, I'm just looking at the ratings here. It looks, just a little lopsided.
For people who can't see on the bottom, Dizzy Stoner is pitching for the Vets. Goaty McGoatface is pitching for the Young Guns, and that is the only one that OSA has in favor of the Young Guns. So I mean, if that changes anybody's minds, if I could do by position, yeah, even the same thing. So no matter how you sort it out, um, OSA likes one thing. Team Vets, if they win, they move on to the final on Saturday. Young Guns trying to force a game 5.
Yeah, and I'll say too, I'm looking at that Vets team, and I see Arya Harper, Tyler D. Their Age, Tommy Callahan, Alaskan Bullworm, Nash DeVille, Sebastian Otage. Like these are some like legendary PBE names. And to put it lightly, if the GM of the Vets was Thanos, he has all the Infinity Stones.
Meanwhile, PBE Chad has already bankrupted me of my points. This is not Prospect League. I'm not supposed to be bankrupted. I saw a
Gotta get
prediction,
the
then I
penny up,
didn't.
man.
There it is. Will the Vets move? Will the Vets win and move on? Reading is hard sometimes. Reading is definitely hard. Will the Vets win and move on? I'm bankrupt, so I can't do any more predictions. Or not for now. I can't. Y'all are
We
on your
have a
own.
someone ripped a 10,000 bet on no.
They they
So
they want
someone is
they want
very
drama.
invested.
They, I mean, I will
No,
say
they
the,
just
the
want
the Young Guns did get a win on the road, so
to,
it's not super improbable. They've already gotten. I mean, it's hard to win on the road in a playoff match.
anywhere, anytime. Yeah.
And also, there is no technical seed. Actually, I guess there would be technical seedings in it. For anybody wondering, because the in this case for the Vets and the Young Guns, I'm kind of curious to know how it decided who got home field, because both of these teams in group play were 3-1. So I wonder if it had to do with maybe run differential or head to head, which we're not gonna go down that path and look now. Central was the only undefeated team in group play on the in the other group. Yeah, and the well, actually, I think the Young Guns were in the same group as Central. Actually, Young Guns were in the same group as Central, so it split them up. Because that's right, the Young Guns, we that was our extra game that we watched.
Mm.
Because if they won that game, they would have moved on, they ended up winning that game. That was a crazy, crazy game as well. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. But if they would have lost, we would have had 3 teams at 2-2, like what happened in the other pool that the East made it through in. So, um, yeah, I'm going to assume it's because the East were 2-2 in their group play. That's why they're facing the 4-0 Central, whereas these two teams are 3-1. Oh, was it supposed to be that way? It was just happened to be serendipitous that the records it, it kind of gave it the feel of like a 1v4 and a 2v3 because both these teams are 3-1 in their respective groups in group play. And also, for anybody who may have tuned in a little late, um, finals Saturday night, 7 p.m. Eastern. Stay tuned for times on the minor league draft, which is also happening on Saturday. Um, I was kind of talking to Tim about it earlier. I don't think he has a fully set time, but I can tell you with certainty that the minor league draft it won't kind of run into our stream. So, just as a heads up. So, Saturday night, 7 p.m. Eastern is when we will have the finals in its entirety. and probably give y'all final 30 seconds, your last chance to gain your predictions for this match. Dizzy Stoner pitching for the Vets. Goaty McGoatface for the Young Guns. OSA has Young Guns in favor on the pitching matchup.
And that's it.
And yeah, that's the that's the only thing.
That's all there is.
Which honestly, I mean, it's surprising that the Young Guns were 3-1 in group play because I mean they are the Young Guns after all. These are raw prospects for the most part. So um, definitely, I mean, shall we say the Cinderella, like the Cinderella
Yeah, I'd
pick
say
of the
so
tournament?
for sure. Well, come out firing, knock a couple teams off, and get yourself into a spot where you only need to win one game to make it in, and you did. So take advantage of it.
KP will have to correct me if I'm wrong. I think these are the two teams that had the biggest pools, except for Central. Central. So hopefully, in the future, we will make hometown a requirement. Like you have to put some sort of a hometown, so then that way for future iterations of this WBC, we will have because what we found out. I mean, it's too late to fix it, obviously. But people who didn't put a hometown, the game defaulted to Midwest cities, so that's why Central had a lot of players. So to avoid that in the future, hopefully we will make it to where you have to put some sort of a hometown. That way it kind of spread the wealth a little bit. I can tell you for a fact that my team, Pacific, we had the smallest pool in the out of everybody. Which I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining one little bit because I mean I don't I personally I'm not I can't speak for all of our fellow volunteer GMs in this, but I being an actual Pacific Islander, I am quite proud to even, be able to
Have a team.
represent my, shall I say my people. So
Yes.
winning is just the bonus in my point of view. I can't speak for all the other GMs, but for me, I mean, it's a win-win. We almost made it. Well, hopefully we won't have to split the U.S. into many different things if we require a hometown. Hopefully that it'll be a little bit more spread out. Maybe see some more international cities mentioned. Now, granted, Pacific is the one exception because Pacific has Hawaii as part of it. Um, that's really the only exception to that, and it's appropriately part of Team Pacific, in my opinion. Um, so hopefully we wouldn't have to do extra U.S. based teams when if it becomes hometown becomes a required field when the portal comes out. Not to mention we all. Sorry, KP, I'm gonna openly suggest this because if I don't say it now, I'm gonna forget and forever hold my peace. Would probably be wise to get a list of people like current players that don't have one, and maybe try to reach out to people. Be like, hey, you want to pick a hometown real quick? Because obviously, it's gonna take, especially for people who just created, it's gonna take a while for whoever didn't pick one for it to cycle through. So hopefully we'll be able to reach out to some people and be like, hey, real quick, you mind letting us know? Hopefully that won't create too much work for like the updaters and all that stuff either. Maybe wait till the portal comes out. I don't know how easy that would make things. Now I'm just thinking. Now I'm just shooting from the hip. But all right. Since I yapped so dang much, y'all got extra time putting your predictions. So let's go ahead and close it because I don't see any movement on it. And since Benny went first, that means I'm going first. Team Vets up 2-1 in the series. They're looking to book their ticket to the finals. Young Guns trying to force a team. Sorry, I'm looking at chat as I'm saying this out loud. Looking to force a winner take all game 5 Let's head out to Hammond Park, which now I know is Boise. Because I don't know all the PB parks and their names and all that stuff. As Aria Harper will lead off. Lazy fly ball to left field, out number 1. Next up, Joanna Williams will draw the walk. So runner aboard, 1 out for Tyler Deathrage. And it's popped up in the infield. Who's going to get it? The second baseman make the catch. 2 outs. As Johnilus will strike out looking. No runs. Runner left aboard. We'll go to the bottom of the first. Palindrome to lead off for the Young Guns. And it's going to be a fly ball, shallow center, caught by the shortstop that time, 1 out. As Zach Johnson III hits that center field as well, a little bit deeper, but caught. 2 down for Hawkins, swing and a miss, strike 3. 1-2-3 inning. Scoreless through an inning. 5-6-7 due up for the Vets. Tommy Callahan leading off, as that is a great play, but a bad throw. So on via the error as Bullworm hits that back to the pitcher. There's 1. They're not going to turn 2. Fielder's choice. Nash DeVille, ground ball. There's 1. Not going to turn 2 that time either. Another fielder's choice. 2 outs for Otage. Draws the walk. So first and second, 2 outs for Buckshank. Grounded to short. They'll only plays to first. They'll get it there in time. Vets will leave a couple stranded. We'll go to the bottom of the inning. Bon Pensiero leading off for the Young Guns. Fly ball, shallow center, caught for the first out. Next up, DW Dog Maple. That's going to be down for a base hit. First hit of the game for either team. Runner on for Curtis Jones. That's a fly ball to left field. Left fielder almost misplayed it. Took their first step going towards the field as Jackson Love with a base hit. Throw to third, not in time. Runners in the corner, so outs for Ghosty, but they'll ground out to second base. The run does not score. So we are scoreless through 2. We'll go to the top of the third, top of the Vets order. Aria Harper, line to right, but a sliding grab in right field by Johnson III. As Ashley Joanna Williams will hit a pop-up, shallow center, long run. That's out number 2. As Death Rage will strike out. So an eventful 1-2-3 inning there in the top of the third. We'll go to the bottom of the inning. 9-1-2 due up for the Young Guns. Hurryquake, swing and a miss, strike 3, 1 out. Order will reset back up to the top to Palindrome. Ball 4 outside. So runner on, 1 out. ZJ3, pop-up shallow center, caught for the second out. As Jim Hawkins fly ball to right field, that is caught for out number 3. Got a bit of a pitcher's duel early on. Scoreless through 3 as Johnilus will lead off for the Vets, and it's going to be a base hit, first hit of the game. So there'll be no at least. If you are a Team Vets fan, and that is going to be a double play for Callahan. 4-6-3, and Bullworm strikes out. It ended as quickly as it started. We'll go to the bottom of the fourth. Bon Pensiero leading off. Popped up. Who's going to get it? The third baseman make the catch, 1 out. It's Dog Maple. Fly ball to right. Caught for out number 2. Or no, he dropped it. I didn't. It looked like he caught it. I guess he dropped it, but it's going to be a double play by Curtis Jones.
It's just so good.
I didn't even see the ball hit the ground. It looked like he caught it, but okay. Scoreless through 4 as DeVille swing and a miss, 1 out. I had to look up. I saw it said he dropped it. That's how I knew it was an error. As Otage strikes out. 2 down for Buckshank. And that is to the gap. Does it have enough off the bottom of the wall? Buckshank rounding second. Going to third, it's a 2-out triple. See if Aria Harper could bring him in, and that is a fly ball to left field, and this time they will catch it. Well, Benny, we've played more innings than hits. Hopefully we'll find a run.
Well, yeah, we'll see. Maybe it'll take, 13, 14 innings. I hope not, but that's all right. If it does, that's fine. Jackson Love leads off by striking out in the home half of the 5th here. Then Abe Ghosty is going to ground out to the first baseman. Then Hurricane is going to ground out to the third baseman. So a quick 1-2-3 inning there for the Vets. See if their bats can get hot. We go to the sixth. They have 2-3-4 due up, so heart of the order. Actually, Joanna Williams is going to ground that out to the second baseman. Deether Age is going to hit a liner, but it's right to the center fielder. And Giannulis is going to hit one that gets down in front of the center fielder. So we got a 2-out base knock now. And then we have one past the second baseman. Trying to go to third is Giannulis, and he will. So runners at the corners with 2 down. You have a passed ball that does not result in runners advancing. And we have a 5-pitch walk. Bases are juiced, 2 down. Nash DeVille hits one deep. Is it got enough? It does. We have a grand slam, and the Vets take a commanding 4-0 lead in the sixth. They had nobody on with 2 outs and hit a grand slam to break this game open. Brutal there for Doc Holliday. Comes in and gives up the slam, instantly gets pulled. Flop quads is in to strike out Otage. The damage is done. We go to the bottom of the sixth. Young Guns looking for some answers. They got top of the order due up. Palindrome gets one down into the corner. This will be at least 2, and it will be a double. Johnson the third now full count. He draws the walk. So first 2 runners are allowed to reach. After that, Hawkins is going to strike out on 3 pitches. Good recovery there for Stoner. Still in the game. You have a grounder to third, to second, to first. Double play, ending the inning and the scoring threat. Great team defense there for the Vets. We go to the 7th, still 4-0. Buckshank is going to hit that one into the out. Shortstop to first base. Harper is going to strike out. Quick 2 down here. After that, we have Ashley Joanna Williams striking out. So a quick 1-2-3 inning there. Flop quads with some clutch innings in relief here. Young Guns trying to get some runs, though. They've got to have... Currently, they're down more runs than they have hits. And that's not a good spot to be in the bottom of the 7th. Dogwood Maple trying to change that with a leadoff single. Curtis Jones is going to kind of hit a swinging bunt, it looks like. Fielder's choice there. And then Jackson Love is going to fly that one out to center field. So 2 down, man on first. Abe Ghosty, fly ball to center field. It's not going to get down. That will retire the side. We go to the 8th. It's still 4-0. Deether Age leading off for the Vets with a ground out to the first baseman. Giannulis is going to get that one down in front of the center fielder. Questionable route to get to the ball there, but that's all right. He's on first. 1 down. Tommy Callahan hits into the double play. Great defense there for the Young Guns. They strand that runner, and we go to the bottom of the 8th, but time's running out for him. Need 4 runs to tie, 5 to take the lead. Hurry Quake into the game. Hurry Quake grounds out to second. Corton Abernathy into close. Quick gets a couple quick outs there as Palindrome strikes out. It's on Zach Johnson the third. And he's going to get one down in front of the center fielder. So there is one out there now for Jim Hawkins. 0-2 pitch is a strike 3 swinging. Great inning for Abernathy. We're going to go 4-0 to the top of the 9th. Vets looking for insurance runs now. As Bullworm strikes out, flop quads with a great outing in relief, by the way. He stays in and strikes out Nash DeVille as well. He's through 2.2, 3 innings, 5 strikeouts. What an outing. Just give up a walk. That's fine. Buckshank is going to fly that one out. Crabton Crunch, that is Southworth's player, into the game. Gets the 3rd out there. Now this is it. Bottom of the 9th. Young Guns needing 4 to stay alive in the WBC. Bonds Pinheiro gets that one past the shortstop, so it's a good start for the Young Guns. Gonna need a lot more of that. Dogwood Maple is gonna hit into the single play. Nice job legging that one out. Curtis Jones, however, strikes out looking. That's tough. Last out now for the Young Guns. Jackson Love pass ball. Dogwood Maple into scoring position. Jackson Love's going to hit a liner, but it's not going to get down. The right fielder catches it. The Vets are going to take it down 4-0. Kind of a commanding series for them. But the Young Guns definitely stealing that one on the road. Hey, that was a. They did their best to make it tough for them.
Sorry, RC.
Players,
I gotta say it. I gotta say it because it how the turntables have turned. Young Guns made it to the semis on a grand slam, yet their journey ends on a grand slam. Just had
yes,
just to point that out.
a tale as
Which
old
is
as
the only two
time.
grand slams we've seen in this tournament, by the way. We have not, as far as I'm aware of, we've not
OTP,
had any
man.
other ones up to this point. Um, Dizzy Stoner will take the win. Goaty McGo face loss. Dizzy Stoner's your player of the game. Let me update that ticker. So we got one more series that we need to settle. There we go. Actually, you know what? Let me scrunch that up a little bit because I see that it's there we go. Because I have so much on that top part. Will the Minutemen force a game 5? That is your prediction. Let me go ahead and save before I forget. Very important.
I demand a resim. Delete the file.
That is not my
Just
pay.
kidding.
That's not my pay grade. You'll have to
Just
forward
kidding.
your complaints to KP.
No.
Central up two
I
to
might lose my
one
job.
in this series. Lanky Schramm pitching for Central. Dash Jackson pitching for the East. Interestingly enough, a lefty on lefty matchup. OSA has Central. OSA is Central in favor on the pitching matchup. And I'm going to assume the lineups are different just because of the simple fact I don't know if either one of these teams have a different lineup order for lefties. But it is still 5-5 in the split there. If you go off of lineup position, though, it is 6-4 in favor of Central. Although,
Well,
to
you
be
heard it here
fair,
first.
what's that?
If they lose, you heard it here first. If they lose, we can resim this. So don't worry. We'll go
Um,
5.
I'm gonna override that. You
Only
know
a
what? While
only a
we're on the
small amount of
punt,
home cooking
I
there.
am the pilot. So, the last thing we need is for Benny to miss like the first quarter of the football game.
Yeah, no
Even
kidding,
though I'm
right?
not gonna watch a single dang minute of it because I refuse to have a Prime membership. So
Oh yeah, I stole my mom's account.
me and Amazon have a very complicated relationship. Um, Although at least we're not streaming on Monday. I'm busy Monday night. I'm busy. For
Yeah,
those who
no
don't know, I'm a
kidding.
Buccaneers fan, so it's one of the
Ooh.
two games on Monday night against the Texans. Should be a good game, and thankfully it's the earlier of the two. You scared them away, KP. You either scared them away or you bankrupted. You bankrupted everybody because of your really good predictions. Fine, I will get it started. I'll go the other way around. I'll go the other way around. Last time this question was asked, I said no, there would be a sweep. Now I'm going to say yes, they'll force a game 5. There you go. I got point. I got skin in the game, even though I can't control what happens on the screen.
Well, I mean, you can. You
Kind
just
of.
shouldn't.
I mean, I can click the buttons, but
Yeah, yeah.
what they actually do, I can't control that.
Well, I mean, you could like wiggle the mouse around a little bit. Just
Just switch to pitch by pitch mode. Everybody just just hit the bunt button. Everybody is bunting. Oh my gosh. Oh, that gave me an idea for a stream on my own channel now that I've said that out loud. Oh man, that gave me a great idea. That gave me a phenomenal idea. I'm gonna actually while y'all are predicting on that because I'm very forgetful. Where's my phone? Where's my notes?
write that down. Write that down.
Because that would be absolutely hilarious. Like, just put up like an exhibition game and then be able to control both sides and everybody just bunts. It's a bunt off. How long until how how
You
long
could you
until
could
a
call it
run gets how many innings can we drag this out for?
you
Oh
could
my
call it instead of home
gosh.
run derby, you could call it a bunt run derby.
There you go. The prediction for that one would be how many innings will this game take?
Over under 16 and a half.
Oh, I think it would go into the 20s. If it like I think it would absolutely go into the 20s. In
See,
fact, it
I
may even
think
be a no-hitter because depending on how many people bunt it foul with two with two strikes.
yeah,
Oh
eventually
my
there's just got to be
gosh.
like a catastrophic throwing error, and that's got to be what separates the game.
No, no, my luck. We'll get to like the 30th inning, and then OTP would crash because it's like we haven't
Yeah.
planned for a game to go past 30 innings.
Yep.
Um, you know what, I'm because we have some people who play OTP, for fun. And we also have some historians here too. What is the longest PBE like on a stream? Like what is the longest? I've heard 22 innings, I think was what I've heard in the past of like a literal stream game, like going that far into extras. Oh, and by the way, there'd be no Manfred runner in the experiment.
Oh, I
No
love the
such thing as a
Manfred
Manfred
runner.
runner. But I'd be kind of I know in Prospect League we had an 18 inning game if I recall. But even for people who play OTP recreationally, I'd be kind of curious to know what the longest game you've ever had to experience was. As now people are putting their points in. Oh, I'm sure you all want a game five. I mean, because who doesn't like a good winner take all? I'm neutral. My team
I
ain't
don't.
in this, so you got a
I have nightmares
perfect
about.
team. I mean, I guess you can. Okay, I guess we can count perfect team. I guess I was more talking about base game because perfect team is such a crapshoot. Nah, see, but this is not a prospect league stream. BTS. This is not a prospect league stream. So there's other people here that will fleece you. Unlike you fleecing the prospects with your really good timing on the 1 point bet,
That's criminal.
the value bet.
The value bet.
Put down a T-shirt hashtag value bet. There you go. PBE merch for whoever
That's a
the
good idea.
whoever the. Do we even have a merch head? Like, do we have somebody in charge of that? I know we've been. I know
It
we've looked.
was Southworth for a long time.
Is it?
I
Part
don't
of me
know
wants
if
to
he
say
was
it's like,
still
isn't it?
active.
Or no, Flamingo is the health league health committee. I don't know why I'm thinking Flamingo is the who. Is this something we can announce? Because I don't. I actually do not know who the merch head is. Is this something that we can say publicly? Not to put anybody on the spot. It's not Flamingo. Okay.
Vice was the one that was running LHC for a while there.
It was announced a while. Well, see, reading is hard. I take it KP doesn't know who it is off the top of his head either.
Thank you, BTS, for telling us
Well,
that it's not
BTS is
you.
the co-head of the bank, so we need to be on our best behavior,
Yeah.
or else we just hit one delete button and all of a sudden you're broke. Be like,
Can you
whoops.
can I petition to, instead of being paid for this stream, can I just get paid like a funny amount of money?
Oh my
Like
gosh.
not a lot of money, but just like give me the funny number. Is that
See,
possible?
you can pay yourself. You get to pick whatever funny number you'd like to be because, um, unfortunately for you, I have the notorious. You know what? I did know that. I did know that. I remember that now. Now that you say it, now that you mentioned it, yeah, I remember seeing that. Foot, if you're watching, I'm sorry, because I actually do remember. Now that you've said that
Yes,
out
my
loud.
apologies.
Um, I'm notorious for getting to pay. I don't pay myself, which means if I ever have a co-host, I probably I've had.
Yeah,
In
that's fine.
fact, Chadwick. Shout out to my buddy Chadwick. Chadwick is. I've trained Chadwick to the point to where he don't even bother Discord DMing me. He does it himself because he knows I forget. I'm usually when I'm done with a PBE stream, my thoughts either like food or depending on how late Prospect League goes, it's like okay, I'm gonna turn off my PC and go to bed because I'm oldish. Um, I see no more movement on that prediction. I believe you're first this time. If
Yeah.
if if I remember if I remember the rotation correctly, because I think you finished the last one, right?
Yep, I finished the last one. So that means I get to lead this one off.
You get the whole nasbase experience. Not only do I forget to pay people, I also forget what rotation we're in. Alrighty,
Yeah.
Central looking to book their ticket to the finals. East Coast Minutemen trying to force a game 5.
Yeah, here we go. Game 4 action. You're going to have Jerry Mander leading off with a strikeout on 3 pitches. It's not a great start for Central. And Jimmy Arenado also, nope, that's more than 3 pitches. Strikes out on 4 pitches, 5 pitches, something like that. It's in that range. Kerry Kelly draws the free pass. 2 out base runner for Danny Burgers, who strikes out again. So Dash Jackson with 3 strikeouts and 1 walk in there. A good first inning there for the East Coast. Trentau leading off on their home half, and he is going to ground out to the pitcher. Steven Strange is going to hit a line drive down in front of the right fielder. It is a 1 out base knock now for J.C. Tomlin. And Strange puts himself right into scoring position. And he's just going to keep on running. No throw even to third base. Tomlin's going to put that one in play, so Strange will score. It's 1-0 East Coast already. EVC at the plate now. 0-2 pitch is a strikeout, but that doesn't matter. What matters is that the East Coast is winning, trying to force game 5. For Central, we're going to have Daniel Plainview leading off with a single. Very questionable by the center fielder to just back up and let it drop, but hey, it is what it is. As Bonga hits into a ground double play on the ground, and War Smoke strikes out. So nothing doing there for Central. East Coast has a chance to add to their lead. Brooks Walker leads off with a full count walk. And he's going to be running for second, and he's out at second. Nice throw there by the catcher. And Bass Reeves is going to ground out to the shortstop. And Tedford Wolfington Jr. is going to strike out looking. So after a bunch of different stuff happened at the beginning of the inning, it's a 0 for the East Coast. On to the third, Chef Gagne hits a tapper, and he's out. Nice throw by the catcher. Pee Wee Reese has a check swing. It's called a ball. He'll take first base. Rolls over to the top of the order. Jerry Mander hits into a killer double play. Great defense there from the East Coast to put another 0 on the board. It's going to be 8-9-1 for them in the bottom of the third. Harishikesh is going to get that one over the right fielder. That's down, rolls up against the wall. It will be at least 2 stand-up double there for the catcher for the East Coast. And then Goldberg gets one down in front of the right fielder. And the East Coast doubles their lead. It is 2-0 now. And they have the top of the order up. And it's going to be Caden Trentau. Hits a bunt to the pitcher. That's a choice. Man in scoring position for Steven Strange. It's going to sky that one to right center and deep. Drops in front of the center fielder. Again, questionable route running. It is a triple for Steven Strange. 3-1 count. J.C. Tomlin rips one into right field. Strange will score. It is going to be a crooked number in the third inning here. I can feel it in my belt. Never mind. That'll be the second out as Tomlin gets thrown out at second. And EVC strikes out. I should not speak too soon. Anyways, we go to the fourth. It's 4-0 East Coast. Jimmy Arenado is going to pop one up. The center fielder is going to come in and make the play. Kerry Kelly is going to fly that one to the deepest part of the ballpark and is caught just shy of the warning track. And Burgers with 2 down is going to get that one into the gap that will roll to almost the wall, and it is a sliding double. Daniel Plainview trying to get that one down, but he's not going to be able to. That will end the fourth inning. East Coast trying real hard to force this game 5. Go to the bottom of the fourth here. Brooks Walker strikes out. Went out for Bass Reeves. He's been hitting well in this series. And he's not bumping that average up there. He grounds out to the shortstop. Tadford Woofington's going to hit a rope, but it's right to the left fielder. It's going to be another 1-2-3 inning there. Home half of the fifth here. It'll be 6-7-8 for Central. Udo Bonga strikes out. Commander Warsmoke, after they throw the ball around. Commander Warsmoke is going to pop one up into shallow center field. Center fielder arranges in to make the play, and Chef Gagne grounds out to the second baseman. So it is another 0. We go to the bottom of the fifth, and we go to nasbase.
Benny might not have a job in HO with what how KP's feeling right now. I will just point out, as you know, Hrishikesh has the leadoff walk. One grand slam, and this game is tied as that is out by about a country mile and a half. One out, base is empty for Goldberg, line and caught by the shortstop. 2 outs for Trantow. That is crushed, and that is gone. Goodness me, 418 feet dinger time for Trantow. I think neither of us are going to have a job after this stream at this rate. Although I was trying to help out KP. As Joey Moose Jr. is the new pitcher, strikes out Stephen Strange to end the bottom of the fifth. It is now a 5-0 Minutemen lead. We go to the top of the sixth, bottom of the order for the flyovers. Pee Wee Reese drawing the leadoff walk. So leadoff runner is on for Gerrymander. Ground ball to third. There's one around the horn, double play. It is now 2 outs, nobody on for Arenado, and caught for out number 3.
Do you think if we get fired that we can collect unemployment?
I mean, you know, some sim leagues have welfare. Ooh. You know, just saying. As Tomlin will ground that out. That is deep down the left field line for EVC, and that is gone. Enrique Von Caliente, 6-0 East Coast in the bottom of the sixth. As Brooks Walker, that's deep down the left field line, but not quite deep enough, caught in the corner for the second out. As Reeves swing and a miss, strike 3. East Coast has had Central stymied up to this point. Go to the top of the seventh. Kerry Kelly leading off. Grounder to third in time for the first out. As Burgers grounds that to third. Great play, but a bad throw. Via the error. New pitcher Warren Peace as Plainview hits at the center field, a base hit. First and second, 1 out, Udo Bonga. Line to left, that's a base hit. Runner's going to try to score from second. Throw to the plate. It is not in time. 6-1. First and second, 1 out. Commander Warsmoke. That is cranked, and it is caught at the wall. Is it caught? I think it went off the wall. It went off the wall.
Off the top of the wall.
It is a 2 RBI double. And that is cranked by Gagne, but caught in front of the track. Warsmoke goes to third. I almost thought that was a leaping grab. I guess it bounced off the wall and into the catcher's mitt. As that is a gapper for Reese, and all of a sudden it's 6-4 Central. Gerrymander represents a tying run. Grounder to second, and that is made for in time for the out. And this game has gotten interesting. 6-4 East Coast at the stretch. As Woofington Jr. hits that to center field, playable and caught. 1 out, new pitcher Ryan Lee. Hrishikesh also hits that to center field. 2 down. And now Goldberg, the DH, grounder to short. 1-2-3 inning for the Minutemen. Flyovers, only down by 2. They'll have the heart of the order. Arenado, Kelly, Burgers, due up. Mac John, still out there on the mound pitching for East, and that's a ground out by Arenado as Kelly went around the check swing.
Was
Two
that
outs
first
on the
out a
strikeout.
16 pitch at bat?
Was it really a 16 pitch at bat? We'll have to check the game log. I wasn't looking at the K zone as Burgers also strikes out. 16 pitch at bat would be wild.
That would be insane.
Plainview, grounder to third, or sorry, Plainview pitching, Trentau hitting, grounds it to third. Or sorry, not, I'm looking at Lee is pitching. Don't mind me. Tomlin grounds it to first in time. 1-2-3. Rally cap time for the Flyovers. 2 to tie, 3 to take the lead. Plainview will be the one leading off. Ball 4. And just like that, Udo Bongo represents a tying run. And that is down for a base hit. Runner had to check up just to make sure it wasn't going to be caught. First and second outs for War Smoke. Oh, man, why are we having War Smoke try to bunt? Popped up and caught. Nobody will be doubled up. 1 out. Gagne. Ball 4. Bases loaded. 1 out for Pee Wee Reese. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. 2 outs. Now gerrymander. That is down into the gap. 1 run scores. Second runner scores. Third runner's going to hold. We're tied at 6. Gerrymander RBI double. And then Arenado takes in the back. Chicken Nudes, meanwhile, is the pitcher. Kerry Kelly, bases loaded. 2 outs. And that's down for a base hit. 2 RBI single for Kerry Kelly. 4 runs in this top of the 9th. As Burgers with a base hit. Runner's going to try to score from second, and they will score. It's 9-6.
Unbelievable.
How the tables have turned. It's going to keep going. Plainview with a base hit. They have batted around. 10-6, a 6-run top of the 9th. And inside strike 3, and we have gone from Flyovers needing 2. They get 6 now. The Minutemen need 4 to tie. 5 to take the win. And that's strike 3 called to EVC. 1 out in the inning. Walker swing and a miss, strike 3, down to their final out. Bass Reeves, that is cranked. And over the wall and gone. There's 1 run. The extra point is good. 10-7. You're welcome. You're welcome. I had to. I'm sorry. I got football in my mind too. As that is strike 3 called to Woofington Jr. How's about 10 runs for the Flyovers over the final 3 innings to win 10-7? Yeah, that chart says it all.
What a nutty game.
That chart says it all. Chicken Nudes will take the loss. Ryan Lee, the win in relief, throwing 2 2/3 innings. Daniel Plainview will be your player of the game. See, everybody should just bet opposite of me on the predictions. Because I lost again. I'm bankrupt again. Oh, you know what we should do? So, series MVP for Vets and Young Guns, Ashley Joanna Williams. For Central and East, it goes to Commander Warsmoke. Yes, I just did, but I'll do it again. At least I think I did, but we'll do it again. In fact, you know what? We'll do it twice. It's just as nice.
Back around and save it again.
Gotta always, can never save too many times. But those are your series MVPs. Let's go ahead and advance the day so then the tree will set up. There we go. Who has home field? I'm assuming Central would have home field. And so. Central, oh, this is an interesting. So it's 2-2-1-1-1. I don't know if I've ever seen that before.
That's different.
So this will be your matchup on Saturday night. Team Vets facing the Central Flyovers. And I guess it's a little bit of a fun fact. These are 2 teams in the in different pools. So they have never faced each other in this whole tournament until now. Um, in fact, you know what? We'll do, for the sake of um, what's the word I'm looking for? Transparency.
Yeah,
There
hit
you
that
go.
button.
I
Delete
did it. I
this
did the
league button.
thing, and I'll save.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know if it updates this quickly enough. I don't know if that actually changed. Let's see. Is Kelly the one for the vets? Yep, there you go. So all the fatigues have been reset. So we'll have this whole series in its entirety, whether it be a sweep or goes the full seven. Saturday night, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. And Benny only missed the first 10 minutes of the football game. Did they even kick off?
Well, I don't even know. I wasn't. I was trying not to look. Let's see here.
Because it said 7:15
Yeah,
Central.
we're 4 minutes in.
Okay, so Benny only missed 4 minutes, so all is right in the world. So we will see all, and you know what? This is a monumental stream on Saturday. Do you know why?
I know.
I've
I know.
stupefied him. This will be so Saturday night will be the last stream on
I'm
OTP
23.
23.
Oh man,
Last
I didn't even
stream
think about that.
on OTP 23. And from the rest of the way out, everything gonna be on OTP 26. So there you go. There's your little nugget of news. Minor league draft is on Saturday. Time to be determined. I'm pretty sure Tim's gonna do it earlier than what I'm thinking. So, but I'll let
I
Tim.
heard I heard roughly 4 or 5 p.m. Eastern. Not
So that's
100%.
not what I was told this morning.
Okay, well maybe you have more updated information than me. That's all
I
right.
don't think Tim has it fully set. I think he's trying to work some stuff out, but it's probably going to be a little bit earlier than that. However, you're a
Okay.
minor league GM, so I would imagine,
Yeah, I do have a vested interest in that.
I imagine, y'all are going to find out pretty quickly. But I did ask him earlier just to make sure it wasn't going to, mash up. See, y'all have Venmo. I'm a PayPal person. Just saying. I'm a PayPal person. And I have been for
Cash
my
App guy.
entire adult life actually. Like I don't and I'm strictly being honest when I say like I don't have Cash App. I don't have Venmo. I'm a devout PayPal individual. PayPal has not let me down up to this point. Now I'm gonna knock on fake wood for saying that for saying that out loud. Um so yeah. So I don't know who you sent it to, AJ, but we do appreciate 50. Goodness me. That's you're three
That's a
months
long
away
time.
from 5 years. So now I want to know who has the longest. Because I don't know if there's anybody who has more than 57. Now I'm asking the important questions.
Yeah, we're
Like,
asking the hard hitting questions here.
gosh, appreciate you. I mean, you made it to the finals, which is even. You are a team vets, unless something changed that I'm not aware of. Um, oh yeah, maybe Hummus or Enoch. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Um, ooh, have fun on the Ranas. Okay, we are gonna head out. We're gonna have one of us has a football game to watch, and the other is gonna probably go to bed or kind of go to bed. Um, you know what? Let's go right into our friends at EMLB again. FK and Commish are doing their Thursday night. Or no, wait, no, yeah, today's Thursday.
Today is Thursday.
I
Yep.
don't usually, usually I'm never streaming on PvE on a Thursday, so don't mind me. I'm on Prospect League schedule. We'll see about maybe getting some special guests for Saturday, or maybe it's just me. We'll figure that out when we get closer. Hopefully y'all had a fun night. Congrats to the vets and the flyovers for making it to the final, where we will watch it, as I mentioned, in full. Whether it go 4 games or 7, no matter what, we're gonna be seeing hopefully some fun baseball. Y'all take care. Enjoy the rest of your day. And we'll see you on Saturday. Well, first we'll see you on Saturday for the minor league draft. time to be determined. Make sure you pay attention to game day. And hopefully we'll see you Saturday night as well for the finals. And we'll see y'all later.